Hey there everyone, Tenaya here. Welcome to this video. Today we're talking about swimming with a disability or a disorder. The reason I wanted to talk with you about this today is because many parents out there, their kid might have a disability, they might have a disorder, and they aren't really sure if their kid can learn how to swim. On top of that, if it's even worth it for their kid to learn how to swim. Now, first off, I'm going to tell you, yes, even if your kid has a disability or a disorder, most likely they can learn how to swim. Second off, they should learn how to swim, regardless of whether they have a disability or a disorder. And the reason for that is because you want your child to be safe. Always, right? I want my kid to be safe always. My little girl, I want her to be safe all the time, no matter what. I really wanted to touch on this topic today to help those parents out there that have a child with a disability or a disorder. Now, there's two different ones I wanted to talk with you about. The disorder I wanted to talk with you about is autism. And the disability I wanted to talk to you about is blindness. Now, first off, some of you parents out there might be like, whoa, Tenaya, really? Yes, really. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Autism. Now, this affects more people than anyone would ever really know unless they, worked with kids that have autism or worked with, people in general that have autism. Not a lot of people really think about it. But for you parents out there that have a child that is autistic, regardless of they're on the lower end of the spectrum or the higher end of the spectrum, learning how to swim not only is an essential thing for your child, but also they can learn how to swim, even if they are autistic. And the cool thing also about this is that learning how to swim is usually very therapeutic for them. I've taught quite a few students that have been autistic, and I actually have one right now who is learning how to swim. One thing that you should know if you have a child that's autistic and that you want them to learn how to swim, or you're going to start swim lessons for them, it generally takes kids with autism a little bit more time to learn how to swim than, say, a child without autism. And, I can't, off the top of my head tell you how much longer it's going to take. Usually, from my experience, it takes about twice as long, if not longer than that, for a child with autism to learn how to swim. And that all depends on their level of the spectrum as well. How low or high on the spectrum they are is going to have an impact on how fast they're going to be able to learn how to swim. Now, one thing I'd like to share with you is that kids that are autistic love the water. They absolutely love the water. And it's so awesome. When I'm doing my lessons, the kids that I do have that are on the spectrum, they make me so happy because they're just so happy and excited to be in the water. And even if they don't know how to swim, they're still super happy and excited to be in the water, which, brings so much joy and warmth to my heart. And to be able to see them succeed and grow and accomplish all these things while they're doing swim lessons is really quite amazing. Now, the second one I want to talk about is actually a disability, is blindness. Now, some of you out there might be thinking, tonight, if you're blind, you can't see, so you can't swim. Duh! Not the case. I had a student quite a few years back that was blind and learned how to swim. He could roll over, float on his back, roll over, eyes in, kick, go wherever he wanted to go. He just couldn't see. And, honestly, you don't need to be able to see to swim. The whole idea of being safe in the water is to make sure that if you fell into the water, you know what to do. And just because someone is blind doesn't mean that they should have that right and that freedom taken away from them, right? The right to be able to save themselves and to know what to do, and the freedom to be able to do that. And this kid I taught that was blind, he was so funny. He had so much humor, and he loved being in the water, and it's just amazing. A lot of times when our kids have a disability or disorder, we tend to think that's going to end up taking away from their life. And, that's not true. Having a disability or disorder doesn't take away from your life. It just adds some obstacles to your life. And everyone has to deal with obstacles in their life. So just because your child might be autistic or blind or have another disability or disorder doesn't mean that they can't learn how to swim and make sure that they're safe in the water. So if you have any questions whatsoever about a disability or disorder that your child might have and that in relation to swimming, go ahead and send me an email, Tenaya@bigkahunaswim.com, or leave me a comment down below. I'm serious. Do it because I want to help you in whatever situation you're in. Even if they have autism, even if they're blind, go ahead and reach out to me, ask me your questions, and let me know what you need to know in order for your child to be safe in the water and to get them started in swim lessons. The whole reason I do these videos, the whole reason I do what I do for a living is to help create a safer world in and around the water. And so one of the biggest things, obviously, is preventing drowning. That's a huge safety issue, right? Drowning. And parents talk about it all the time. It's a huge hot topic. I know sometimes you're just not sure what type of risk your child has of drowning. So if you want to find out if your child has a risk of drowning, go ahead and click the link down below and just put in your name and email, and I'll go ahead and give you our free drowning risk assessment. It explains everything. You just take the assessment and you figure out if your child has a high risk of drowning or not. Drowning is the leading cause of death for kids under the age of 4. And drowning is one of the leading causes of death for kids 14 and under. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to get that drowning risk assessment, go ahead and click that link down below. Like I said before, name and email, and you get it sent directly to you right away. Again, my name is Tenaya. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, swim safe, play hard.